Okay, so we are wondering, we're wondering and waiting.
Waiting and wondering.
I guess so. There we go. Okay, while we're waiting, I guess I'll get me a sip from my cup.
Don't start with that cup, please.
Huh? What's
I'm
wrong?
gonna hide that cup next
No,
next
don't do that.
next week. I'm gonna hide that
This
cup.
is my cup. I don't try to hide your glass, do I?
That goes with the set.
This go with the set.
You don't know where the other two are.
Hmm?
You don't know where the other two
Oh, yes,
are.
I do. I hear my glasses. You're not gonna find my cup.
Well, I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna definitely find them.
No. All right, then. Okay, there you are. Okay, then. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We got a good one for you today. A good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be talking tonight about how to make love 24 hours a day. How to make love all day long. Oh my God, that's something, isn't it?
That's something. 24 hours a day.
Yes, sir. All day and all night. Ooh, my goodness. Well, before we get started, how was your weekend?
It was okay.
It was
okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
All right. Well, we started with a major cleanup at the church on Friday.
Yeah.
And you were in because you were not feeling well
Yeah.
as a result of a little viral incident that happened to you. So we'll know that you're feeling better now, and hope that everything is okay. And we're glad about that. Tanya says, hey, y'all. Hey, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
Hey, Sister Juanita Netta Fowler, thank you for joining us on this evening. But we did have a great weekend, and our thanks to the members of the New Temple Baptist Church, where our dear friend and brother, Bishop Ed Thomas,
Right.
is the very fine pastor there. We were with them on the celebration of their, I think, church's 75th
Right.
year anniversary, and we had a great time there. And I want to thank him for his gracious and warm hospitality and the good people there at New Temple Baptist Church.
Right.
So it was a great time. It was great hearing from everybody. Tracy just joined us. I hope the Paisleys are watching as well.
I'm sure they are.
I'm sure they're hooked up to the big screen.
To the big screen.
So we're on the big screen tonight
Yeah.
with the Paisleys. All right, that's good. That's good. Listen, you all come on in tonight. We're talking about how to make love all day long. How to make love 24 hours a day. And that's going to be something else. So
And it doesn't matter about the age either. No, this is
Really?
no, it doesn't matter about
Okay,
the
all
age.
right then.
Well, what I'm going to say, it doesn't matter about the age.
Yeah, well, you gotta have a lot of energy for this 24-hour a day thing. So we're gonna see how it pans out. Alva says, "Hey" to the Paisleys. All right then. You all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Get somebody. Let them know what we're talking about tonight, and be sure to share and to subscribe and share to this particular video presentation of me and Mrs. Jones. We haven't gotten our theme music set up yet.
That's your fault.
It is. I must admit, every time I get ready to do it or get it set up, something goes wrong. But we will have our theme music, Me and Mrs. Jones, by Billy Paul, great man from Philadelphia who now rests with the Lord in heaven. Had a chance to talk with him last year. Last year, I think he went on to be the Lord this past April, almost a year ago, and it was my pleasure to talk to him. I was going to surprise you and have him come to the church and sing to you that Sunday, Me and Mrs. Jones.
Why couldn't you do it?
Why couldn't I do it? Well, why should I do it when the fellow who wrote the song?
Well, I would have liked it better if you had done it.
Okay, then. Well, this November I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll just strike up me and
Now you already told me what you're gonna do.
Mrs. You can still act surprised. Okay, you can act surprised. Just say, ooh, act surprised.
Oh,
but I wanted him to do it as a special surprise to you, and it would really. It was going to really be a great thrill. But he was getting ready that same day to go to he was going overseas somewhere, going to Europe somewhere, and couldn't make it. But he was willing and gracious. He was gracious enough to try to come, but because of that, he had to get to the airport and couldn't make it that Sunday. But it was definitely my plan to have him to come, but he couldn't make it. So this year I'll sing it myself.
Yeah.
So you all stay tuned in November, and we will bring that to you live and in Technicolor. Me singing me and Mrs. Jones. In fact, I may record it for our theme music. I'll just record it. Me and Jeff will get together and record
That'll
it.
be good.
Yeah, and it'll just be me doing it, okay? Yeah. How many of you would like that? We can do that. Okay? All right, so now let's jump right into this tonight. As we announced, we're going to be discussing tonight how to make love all day long. How to make love 24 hours a day.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Now before you get tired, before you begin thinking of, okay, how am I going to keep my stamina up? How am I going to keep the energy level high? How am I going to, it's not what you think.
No, it's not.
It's not what you think, because the art, and it is an art to this, the art to making love is not in just sexual cohabitation or the act of intercourse, okay? That's not the kind of love making that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind of love making that has to do with expressing and showing tender loving care on an ongoing all day, hour by hour basis. And
Wow.
yes, wow. You'll last a lot longer. You'll last a lot longer like that than you would trying to, hump and bump all day. And that can come in or enter into the equation at some point. But for the most part, when you're in love with a person or you care for an individual, there's something that's natural about wanting to express that love and express that feeling of intimacy all the time, whether it's through a touch, whether it's through a word or a deed. Okay, you keep on. We want to cut this broadcast short. Okay, so how do you feel about that? And then I'm going to get into some things that would be of good means and ways of doing that on a all-day basis. So what's your...
Well, women can do as well as men can do simple things, that will show that they love their wives or their husbands. Put that cup down 24 hours a day. One thing that I did in Atlanta, and I still do it here, sometimes I will cook breakfast for Bishop, and I will serve it to him in bed.
Well, okay. Let's start with the beginning. Let's start with the breakfast aspect of it. Sometimes, and it's funny because sometimes I'll either do it before we go to sleep or early in the morning. I'll serenade you. I'll wake you up.
But that's what you do. But
yeah, I know.
don't do that.
But so let's get back to the serenading.
You just want to let people know you can sing.
No, because it doesn't sound too good in the morning.
No,
it doesn't sound too good in the morning. The voice is not, the vocal cords are not warm yet. I've not yet gotten warmed up, but I just wake up happy enough to sing to you a song, and that usually gets the day started, and it's a good way to start the day. and tell us about the breakfast and the cooking, because there's something special to me about cooking, and I'll tell you about it.
Well, like as I said, I cook breakfast, Bishop breakfast, something that he really likes, something that I know that he would like, and I'll serve it to him in the bed. He likes that, and then on that tray, I put a little love note on it, to tell him I love him, that sort of thing. And I asked him, how did he sleep last night? And I asked him, was he cuddling under me last night?
Yeah, because you asked me that this morning.
Yeah, because I want to know.
You were that sleep that you don't remember whether or not.
We went to bed laying close to each other, so I fell off into a deep sleep.
Yes, it was deep.
And I wanted to know if we were still cuddling when we woke up. So definitely you can show your love by just getting up every morning. Now I don't say get up every morning and you got on a head thing on your head and you got your people use rollers and now or your head looking a mess. Go in the bathroom and do a little tidying up while he's still asleep and get yourself looking presentable. Don't look like yesterday's nightmare when you get up. Look nice.
Yeah.
Then go in and cook a nice little breakfast and serve it to him on a plate, and his favorite breakfast, and serve it to him. Take a little tray, take a little napkin, and then if you want to get back in bed with him, you can take a little cloth. I've done this too. And just take care of his mouth. And then if you want to be very special, I've done this too. Feed him.
Oh my God.
Feed him a little bit.
Oh my God. See, that's it. That's it.
That's showing love in the mornings, in the mornings.
And I've told you this before. I don't know whether or not you understood it or grasped it, but there's something sensual to me.
To him.
Yeah, seeing my wife or smelling the cooking, smelling the food, or whether it's in the morning. If I'm in the bed, sleep while she's in there preparing the meal, it just the aroma of the eggs and the bacon and whatever she's cooking. Oh my God, that does something to me. It really does. It just arouses and awakens something on the inside that just turns me on, is the word I might would just say. It just turns me on, whether it's in the morning or whether it's at the midday hour or when I come home sometime in the evenings and I smell dinner cooking. Oh my God. Now my wife don't cook every day. I mean,
that's not ladies and gentlemen think I don't. No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? No.
I do.
No, let's not make these ladies and gentlemen think you cook every day either. But when she does, it does something to me. It just does something. But now, this cooking goes both ways, because there have been plenty of mornings, especially on Tuesday mornings, because I know that she has an early day. We work together, we live together, we play together, we do all of that. We are together most of the day.
Yeah.
A lot of couples can't deal with that. A lot of people can't deal with that. They have to spend time away from each other to appreciate each other. But our schedules is of such that we are together most of the time. And on Tuesdays, she has a Bible study that she does at the church at 12 noon. And sometimes she has to prepare early for that, get to the church maybe 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, or she has to be in a studying mode or a concentrating or a meditating mode. So I'm sensitive to that, because I'm in the same shape sometimes before I preach or teach. So being considerate of that, on Tuesdays a lot of times, I will get up and fix the breakfast and bring it to her in bed.
That's true.
And then sometimes we may go out. We don't always eat breakfast at home. We go to our favorite breakfast places, and there are several around town that we find ourselves going to and enjoying. It's just a way of affectionately showing, because I believe that love is what love does, and if love don't ever do anything, it's not much love.
You're so right.
That's right. So the morning starts off with this serenading, and then this response, and then this whether or not what went on the night before because